yes, hello. My name is Andrei. I'm from Moscow. I'm from Yandex. And today, unlike maybe last year, my presentation is going to be a little bit dull. Because last year I was showing attendees of Webbit how important data are for modern marketing. Now it's sort of a commonplace. Everyone knows that big data is mainstream marketing already. It's no surprise. And we had yesterday a big session on big data. But today I'm going to speak about things which we all know for a long time, but somehow it doesn't sink in. Somehow we don't actually give the attention it deserves to our knowledge of how quickly situation changes around us. And that's why my first request is, please stop. Please stop thinking in terms of last century, because what we are doing, this is similar to what many drivers know. When you drive a car every evening on the same road to your home from your work, you do it almost automatically, day after day, week after week, month after month. And then, even if you know that there is a new highway much faster, automatically you sit in your car and you make all these turns you are used to, you remember by heart for many years, and you don't take a real new, faster and much more efficient road. So what do we do for what have we been doing for many, many years? We were talking about internet marketing. What the hell is this? There is no internet marketing because it's based, unfortunately, on mythical things. Like virtual world, the internet. There is no virtual world anymore. That you need a computer to be connected to the internet. Come on, guys, you all are connected now without any computers. You need a browser to explore the internet. Actually, the name of this browser for many of people means the internet. Internet Explorer. Thanks, Microsoft. It was absolutely beautiful, marvelous example of marketing to make this a window to the internet. But internet is different. It's not a web. And actually, this is the most important point of the entire presentation. Internet is not the web anymore. Because now we are not working in this digital world consisting of static pages interconnected with links. We work in completely different world, and I will not show you particular cases because I could have filled my entire presentation to the end of this day with examples. I will not do that. Instead, I just ask you to remind for yourself what happens to shopping in modern world. Everyone knows that big retailers have serious problems, especially when it comes to books, to electronics. People prefer to shop online, and that changes the business, and that makes online shopping our everyday experience. No virtual. I'm not buying virtual books. I'm buying the book I read. I don't care if it's digital format or it's paper format, and it will be delivered to me through digital order. It's navigation. Because again, driving is everyday real world experience. But navigation, real-time navigation, which takes account of traffic situation, that takes account of the real quality of different roads, that's real world, that's not virtual world. Hotels, tickets for movies, concerts, whatever else, calling taxi before you have to phone. Now you press button in many countries, in many places, soon in Istanbul. Movie rentals, for example, or playing music. Also, there were big businesses of real world who now rent the movie in the form of a disc or cassette. Nobody. There are services online, but they are not virtual in a sense. So all that is just example of internet being so interconnected with our real world that there is no distinct border anymore. And we should not tell about internet as something that we need a computer to connect to. That's an obvious example of device which many of us have that replaces computer. It is, in a sense, more powerful than many computers still used by people. And, you know, it's becoming really, the last sentence of this slide, it becomes really sort of remote control for real life, not for virtual world. It's not a window into the internet. In focus groups in Russia, we found out that lots of young people, they don't think that they use the internet, though they use it extensively. When we start asking them, do you use the internet from your smartphone? No, I have a computer for the internet. And what do you do on your smartphone? Oh, I use Vkontakte. That's similar to Facebook. It's the most popular Russian network. I do some email. For them, that's not the internet, because they don't launch a browser on their mobile devices. For them, it's just part of real life, real connection with their friends. They do lots of shopping. So what does that mean technologically? Sorry, now I will have to use a few technological terms. That means that in this interconnected world, you should not just create static pages describing your service or providing content. You should do something useful that changes real life. And in many cases, it's technologically too difficult to be implemented by a small company, or not maybe even a small, but a medium-sized company. And that's where new term, really important term for any marketeers, comes into place: API. Interfaces that will let you use all the power of big guys, the power of search provided by Google or Yandex, the power of maps provided by big companies. Again, there are 3-4 players in the world who have really good global maps, but you can use them on your site, not creating your own geoservices, just using APIs. And that's true for social login, because before having authentication system, it was a huge security problem for any site. Okay, let people log in with their Facebook or Twitter or whatever else accounts. That solves your problem without developing your own technology. So use this technology. Don't use your own servers, use cloud. But what has to be then, what remains for you? What has to be yours in the situation? Your unique sales proposition in formal marketing language, or your unique service, something that only you provide for people to let them be happy, to change their life for the better. So this is the important point. You have to have knowledge of what technology are available through these APIs. And you don't just hire a webmaster and a designer who designs static pages, like pages in a magazine, and puts them online. That doesn't work anymore. No pages, no links, even search traffic. Search traffic is about discovery, and that's another really important point, that on search, more and more, you have the final solution. I found 2 examples. One example is from Yandex Islands, and the example below is from Google Maps. You can provide your own solution right on these other most popular, more visited sites. There is no need in many cases to attract traffic to your site, because if your internet presence has the goal of changing your business, making it more efficient, There is no need to use your website as a tool. In many cases, it's enough to give API to these big guys, to use their APIs to provide them the necessary information so that person on Google Map can find you and call you and make an order, or that someone can buy something right from search result page. That is the future. Because this dynamic network of sites cannot be indexed. Links between them do not exist because pages are generated personally and automatically, dynamically, on the fly, in real time for different people. So the web, as we know it, that's again, let me repeat, it's slowly fading away. It will not disappear because libraries exist around us. Libraries do not disappear, but that librarian part of the web will become only a small fraction of what digital technology do for our life. Try to learn to use that. Stop thinking about static pages, site page views, search traffic. Think about how you can integrate your business into this interactive world. And one more important thing, search is about discovery, especially when we tell about mobile applications, because very few people use bookmarks in their browsers, standard desktop browsers. But when it comes to tablets or smartphone, everybody does, because all these icons, they are technically bookmarks. So that's completely different pattern of usage. People will search for something, discover it, but if they do it on their mobile or on their tablet, nice thing, I will have that app to come back again and again. They will not search for you and provide search traffic. They will just like you and then install your app. Or they don't like you, they install the app of your competitor, and as customers, they are lost for you forever. So think different, think in terms of loyalty. That is what is most important function of your application. Search is for discovery, duplication, application are for keeping people with you. So, and this is my last slide, think different. I know that that's a famous phrase, but unfortunately there's no other way now. If either you think different or you go out of business, maybe not tomorrow, but in a couple of years, because the world is changing so fast. iPads, the entire concept of tablets was introduced in the beginning of 2010, less than 4 years ago. And now we live in the world where in the United States, say, every third person, 35% of all people using the internet, they own a tablet. The numbers, they were shown yesterday on this screen, are smaller for our countries, for Russia, for Turkey, for Eastern Europe, but they're growing real fast. And tablets, experience with them changes completely how people interact with digital media. So just a few points which I present as, I don't know, as a summary of this strange speech. Think different. Think API, not links, pages, and whatever else you are used to. Think applications, not just websites. And the fact that your website is adjustable and visible on mobile screen does not solve the problem. Think of real time, because the world is getting fast. They want immediate response from you, not I will call you and our manager will contact you via email next week. No, it doesn't work. Think of personalization. Lots of technology is now based and offered through API as the way to customize your site, your response, your application for every single different person. But first of all, and that's the red line, think about normal business metrics. Think about how your real business, online, offline, combined, whatever else, changes the life of people around you. Stop thinking in all these formal, meaningless terms like traffic, page views, likes. Come on. Thank you.